What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we are jumping into Jonathan Hickman's G.O.D.S. This is issue number 5. Throughout this run so far, we have seen a lot of interesting stuff, but really, this is a story that focuses on Wynn, the avatar of the powers that be. The comic is hugely focused on cosmic level entities. Stuff that you don't usually see in the Avengers or any other real title that is ongoing. In all honesty, this is usually stuff reserved for Doctor Strange comics, which would explain why Doctor Strange is attached to this in so many issues. But I did hear that Marvel G.O.D.S. is not met with the reception that they believed it was going to be met with. This series will only be 8 issues. There was a little bit of talk that it might be an ongoing series, but the fact that people aren't picking this comic as much as they thought they would, it looks like Marvel decided not to make it an ongoing and just keep it at the 8 issues they originally planned. It's still very much in the air if we're gonna get more of this. More than likely, Marvel will decide to do another miniseries or something of that nature. And before we jump into it, I do want to let you guys know that I know content has been slower, but this week, we're picking it back up. We're getting into the full swing of things, and we are going to be dropping content like we used to. So make sure you guys are strapped in and ready to go. Hit that subscribe button, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up 1 month ago. We have a woman that is sitting down with 4 young girls. We don't really know who these girls are or who this woman is, but she sits down with the children and begins to read a story. A story about a man, one that had wandered for days. And in his travels, he happens upon a village. Now these villagers, they are very wary of this man, not sure who he is or where he comes from. And so they got as much information from this man as they could. They fed him, they bed him, they got all that they could. And then the women of the village, they boiled him in a pot. They cooked the man alive. And this is the end of her story, of this chapter at least. The girls begging for more of the story, she tells them that that is all they are getting this evening. She turns off the light and she heads out. This is what takes her to the clinic. In this clinic, she appears to be a nurse. Tonight, they have 1 patient, but this is no ordinary clinic. These ladies are doing some very shady stuff here. As she goes in to talk to this old man, she sits down and lays something before them. The old man ensuring that he is going to get paid. There was an ad out in the paper. He answered it. She ensures him that he will get what is coming to him. This man, Mr. Andrews. She begins to ask questions, just a few of them and very simple. Beginning to ask these questions, asking if he is an only child, if he has any fillings in his mouth, what month he was born in, and was it day or night. Laying out these very easy questions. She says that all of this is good enough. She tells him to open up what is in front of him, some kind of egg, asking what this man sees. She tells him to write it down on a piece of paper, to write what you see, and then all of this will be over with. Opening that case in front of her, we see some kind of giant mallet. As soon as the man writes down what he is supposed to, she takes that mallet and she smashes his head in. The man bleeding profusely, asking why? Why would you do this? But then the door opens up behind him, and purple tentacles, they grab hold. Dragging him away, they were able to get what they needed. The man writing down a T and an H. For every man that they bring in, they get a new letter. This letter connects to an overall sentence, an overall message that they are trying to decipher. But to get a new letter, it costs the life of 1 man. As we see before them, possibly dozens, even hundreds of different letters. They are trying to piece this puzzle together, and they hope tomorrow they will have more male volunteers coming in so that they can get more letters. And so we jump to present day. We pick up with Maya. Maya in her new apartment being greeted by Wynn. With her letting Wynn come inside, he looks around to see that this place is entirely empty. She just got this place and she really doesn't know what to do when it comes to furnishing and everything in between. All of this is new to her. Not that long ago, she was broke, but now she is apparently rich. And if she's honest with herself, she doesn't even know where to begin to start spending money. But as the two begin to talk some more, Win is very curious on if she started to learn any tricks yet. And she has learned the ability to bend light around her so she becomes invisible. She's also made it to where no one can hear her. A silent assassin, if you will. And while these are great feats, these are all defensive in nature. He is asking if she can summon her artifact, telling her to watch closely. This is all about manifesting an object of power that both is a reflection of who you are and which also serves as a weapon. As Win manifests his, it is a dagger. This is when she goes to manifest her weapon, and it is a glaive. After doing these little tricks and learning this ability, Win is ready to head out for the night. They have a mission to do. They have a friend to get back. This is where we hop over to the clinic. He has brought Maya along so she can go inside and ask for the records to get what they need and get out of here. He is bringing her along because Win cannot enter himself. Magic users that are men are not allowed inside. Maya, on the other hand, they are more than willing to let her come in. And so with her going to the front desk, she asked to speak to who is in charge, representing a higher power. It is only a matter of time before the lead nurse shows up. Maya says that she is a minion for the natural order of things, but today, she is here on behalf of the avatar of the powers that be. They have something that belongs to him. He wants it back, giving them proof of this. Win is essentially letting them know that you guys have been banned from the Library of Worlds. Once again, you guys have taken something that doesn't belong to you. And so he is giving them a warning that you either return it, or he is going to wipe them from all of existence. With her trying to figure out what it is that they're missing, they go to the tapes. And on the tapes, this is where we see Dimitri. Dimitri getting swallowed up by that purple tentacle monster. Now, Dimitri came here because of that little star-like device that he had. He needed a place to keep it safe. But before he can make a deal with them, they bashed him in the head. The monster took hold of him. Now, the nurses, they're more than willing to give Dimitri back, but they want to trade for it. They are ciphers of abandoned mythology. They are trying to find their new purpose, and this is why they have been collecting all of these letters. Now that they have it, they're unable to read it. This is where Maya comes into play. This is a puzzle. She is one that loves puzzles. As she begins to examine all of this, she notes that she is unable to read it, but she is unable to read it because it is not finished. But she can tell them what they are missing, and so they strike a bargain. As we pick up later outside the clinic, we see Dimitri return to them, and Maya lets them know that you are missing 62 letters. This is all that is left for them to be able to figure out the message. With Win interjecting and letting these ladies know that you guys had the sugar, now you're about to get some salt. No one has ever explicitly said that there were rules, but they know that in fact there are some. That they have let these ladies slide. They stuck to gathering up the failed, the forgotten, the truly fallen, but this time they did not. He warns them that if you do this again, they will be wishing for the good old days of total annihilation. As we see the nurses' true forms, the monsters that they are, they all agree. And so Wen gives them the best of luck and they take off, letting Maya know that she did a fantastic job. Wen definitely expects more of this from her in the future. Maya cannot be more ecstatic. A month ago, she had no idea what she was going to do with her life, but now she feels like she finally knows. She wants to be in this. She wants to be like Wen. She wants to be on his level. This is where Wen has to tell her an unfortunate truth. He feels like, at least in this moment, he owes her that. There is a reason that the Centivars aren't supposed to be gathering minions into their service. Technically, they didn't do anything wrong. That she's in good hands, but it's like a baby bird that gets a human scent on it. The mother will never take it back. Aiko had shown her the path, got her started, and got the symptom, all the stink all over her. There is a cost attached to this. The truth is, the powers that be will never welcome her into their arms. Going with the natural order of things, her wings were clipped. So no matter what she does, she will never be anything more than she is right now. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Alright, so we are in issue number 5. We have 3 more issues left until this series comes to an end. And in the first couple of issues, this really started off as a great comic. This issue number 5, not so much. We are beginning to get a little understanding of the hierarchy here, of how it all works, of the powers that be, the natural order of things, all of this stuff. The problem is, there is a lot missing here. There's a lot of information that we simply don't have. Why are they able to manifest daggers, or glaives, or whatever, their weapon of choice is? What are their parts in the overall cosmic landscape? Because if I'm being honest, a lot of this we have already seen with Doctor Strange. In fact, Doctor Strange was the go-to guy when it came to situations like this. And I have yet to see anything that truly sets Winn apart from Doctor Strange's activities. Everything that he is doing, Doctor Strange can do, has done. So we have to ask ourselves, why create a character like Winn that is kind of derivative of Constantine when Doctor Strange could have been doing this the entire time? Even more than that, we're dealing with cosmic entities, cosmic scales, cosmic landscapes, but it seems rather earthbound. Now, we all know that Jonathan Hickman loves to do a good slow burn. He loves to focus on the character and kind of build up. We've seen that with his Ultimate Spider-Man, but he's not really doing it with this comic. He's not really focusing on an individual character and slowly building their story out. This one has kind of been all over the place, trying to fit in the new characters while also bringing things in that might be interesting. I'm a little worried. You guys know how much I love Jonathan Hickman, but this has only got 3 more issues, and who knows when we'll get more of this from Jonathan Hickman, especially with him focusing on the Ultimate Universe and everything else that he might be doing. I feel like there is so much potential here. Jonathan Hickman, as an amazing writer, really, I think Marvel wants him just to spearhead a lot of their major projects. He is one of the great storytellers at Marvel right now, and utilizing his talents, I think, is going to be top priority for them. So there is a chance that we could see more of G.O.D.S. This is a story that he truly wanted out there. He wanted to tell, this and his House of X and Powers of X and whatever and so on and so forth. And so I'm hoping that they really give him the opportunity to flush out this story, because 8 issues introducing Winn, all these new characters, the Avatar that be, the cosmic powers, all of this. You just can't tell a good story in 8 issues. You can do a great introduction into the world. You can show us the players, you can show us the game, but it's not enough to give the full grand scheme of a deep, impactful story. I'm excited to see what the next 3 issues hold, and I have my fingers crossed, hoping, praying to all the gods that Marvel really gives G.O.D.S. the opportunity to become something unique, something groundbreaking, something that is going to be remembered by comic fans for years to come. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with Marvel's G.O.D.S., go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.